On this episode of Inside the Blueprint, technology and improvements in the tri-state. High-tech digital radios are helping make schools and communities safer. How to improve your online presence. A visit with highly trained glaziers. Plus, how one company is maintaining the wooden and steel tanks in prominent New York buildings. Using yarn to create out-of-this-world fabric design, Denair, and HVAC systems installed by highly trained technicians. The first two-way radio was created in the early 1920s to help police transmit information quickly and efficiently. But it wasn't until decades later that digital radios changed the game.
Main key difference between an analog and a digital radio is the actual carrier wave that goes over a given frequency. So an analog, when you look at it on an oscilloscope, it does this, like hills and valleys. And when you transmit on the digital side, it's sawtooth, so it's jagged. So what's the two differences? Analog's actual voice going over a given frequency, where digital is the language of computers, it's zeros and ones. So why does that matter? Inside the modern radio now, they're computers. There's no longer crystals in them. So when you operate in the digital mode, you get better call quality and better range.
For over 30 years, Command Radio Communications has been solving radio communication problems and creating work environments that are safe and efficient.
So the catalyst that started our company about 30 years ago was an incident at a county jail. Our founder, my father, Mario, was a captain at West New York Police Department at the time and was one of the officers that responded on the scene, along with several other of the local police departments. And what became very apparent is that Police Department A could not talk to Police Department B on the radio. So it became an issue in coordinating efforts trying to get people into jail and securing the scene. Command Radio has been a Kenwood dealer for the past 20 years, and the reason we chose Kenwood is because they make a quality product for a quality price. Now, one of the unique things about Kenwood is they take all the great advancements from their consumer products line, like the really high-end microphones, the high-end speaker technology, and they phase that into their two-way radio products. So our stuff tends to sound better and tends to operate better and is more user-friendly than our competition. It's a really sad state of affairs in our country that our schools have become a target. Where two-way radios can help with safety and security within a school is it's a unique product. From one person can talk to many. So if they see something, many people are going to hear what's going on to be able to follow the safety procedures within the school. The police department can also be informed simultaneously if there's proper links and a plan in place so that we can get the kids either out of the school as quickly as possible, have them shelter in place, whatever the situation dictates.
The majority of two-way radio in the U.S. today requires an FCC license to legally operate. Without a proper license, you run the risk of large fines. That's why starting with an FCC license is the most important step to any radio system.
The reason for this is frequencies are not infinite, they're finite. There's only so much spectrum available to put radios on. So the FCC actually works as a traffic cop. So you apply for a license for the particular use you want to do, and then the FCC goes and looks at who else is in that area that you could interfere with, because the goal is to keep enough space that people are not interfering with one another, but also achieve folks' goals. At Command Radio, we take care of this for our customers. We go through the whole application process. We make sure that they get the right license for their needs. We do everything custom, direct to the customer's needs. Whether they're a school, a police department, a small business like a manufacturing. And the big key of working with us is training. The radio is only going to be as successful as the user that knows how to use it. And that's the biggest thing we come across is people don't really understand how to truly use their radios. And we offer a lot of training here at Command Radio.
To learn more about Command Radio, visit their website, commandradio.com, or watch this segment again on InsideTheBlueprint.com. To take your company into the age of technology, you need a strong online presence, and that means a unique social media strategy that communicates your company's character.
So it's really important for companies to brand themselves and to have a strong online presence to really stay above the competition, to really create their digital footprint, and to be unique in their space. Typical problems that we see when companies attempt to handle their own branding or online advertising is that we notice there's an inconsistency across the platforms. And what happens is, if they're using social platforms or their website, things are not updated on time or on a consistent basis. They're attempting to do their own graphics, and it comes off as being unprofessional. And I think that hurts the credibility of that company.
It's important for companies to make their brand and digital marketing a priority, because everyone lives on their phones, on the computer, on the internet.
MSM DesignZ is a full-service web design and digital marketing firm that takes a hands-on approach to all their client relationships.
MSM DesignZ is a complete full-service digital marketing agency. We specialize in design, social media marketing, and Google advertising. These are our core services that we help businesses with every single day and get them the attention, the brand awareness, and the traffic that they deserve.
MSM DesignZ is different from other agencies because we become an extension of the businesses that we work with. We really understand that a lot of small businesses lack the resources that larger businesses and corporations have in terms of an in-house marketing department. And that's where we come in. The typical process is they know they're lacking something, but they're not exactly sure what or how to go about it. And that's what's really great about MSM DesignZ. We're a small, close-knit agency where you can call and speak to a team member directly right away, or speak to Mario right away. And he's able to listen and provide advice and feedback, and right away suggest a path based on the client's budget.
From website design to a custom social media strategy, MSM DesignZ wants to help you grow your business.
When companies work with MSM DesignZ, they can expect a true partnership. We like to become an extension of their own team. We bring to the table professionals here that work hand in hand with that company.
If you're ready to take your business's online presence to the next level, visit their website at msmdesignz.com. Water tanks are part of the iconic New York City skyline. Their main purpose is to supply buildings with drinking water, as well as fire protection for both sprinkler and standpipe systems. Although most buildings only have one roof tank, many taller buildings have multiple tanks throughout the building.
Most people look up and see these tanks on the roofs and they don't even know what purpose they serve. Some people think they're art, some people think they're just empty wooden barrels. A lot of people think they store water, but they don't know what for. When your building's on fire and your sprinkler system is triggered, this is where water comes from. It comes from the tank on your roof. This iconic skyline of water tanks you see across New York City is what we drink and what helps us put out fires.
With 100 years of experience and 4 generations of experts, American Pipe and Tank installs and maintains wood and steel water tanks throughout New York City and the tri-state area.
The history behind American Pipe and Tank is quite simple. Started by my father. I followed as second generation. My son Stephen, third generation. And I'm proud that my grandson, Jason Silver, is fourth generation. In addition to being a tank building company, both wood and steel tanks, as a graduate engineer, I bring that to the company, and I also layered in the fact that I am a licensed master plumber.
Highly skilled mechanics with many years of on-the-job training have helped American Pipe and Tank build a very successful team capable of replacing wooden water tanks in less than 10 hours.
The advent of power tools helps us replace these tanks typically in one day. Maybe 8 or 10 hours. We tear a tank down, put a new tank up. The building has its drinking water and firefighting back on in the same day typically.
What really makes our family business stand out is customer service. I think that's what it all comes down to. We recognize we're in an industry where we are one of very few companies licensed in New York City to perform this type of work, and that's certainly not something we take for granted. We all deal with so many companies these days that you call the office, deal with the answering service, you finally get a hold of the receptionist, and who takes the message and you never get the call back. not how we operate. You call our office, you speak with someone who has the last name Silver. It's that simple.
Tagline for our overall operation is, if water runs through it, we do it.
In addition to being a full-service wood and steel tank company, American Pipe and Tank offers cooling tower, plumbing, and insulation services. To learn more, visit the company's website, AmericanPipeandTank.com or InsideTheBlueprint.com. From unique shower doors to beautiful glass canopies, there's an immense amount of time and technology needed to create such beautiful pieces.
When it comes to glass, a lot of the misconceptions often are, everything's cut to size. There's zero tolerances when it comes to glass. So if an opening, or a doorway is 3 by 7, whatever it may be, that doorway is always going to be out of plumb, out of square, to some extent, whatever it may be, whether it be 10 inches, whether it be 1/8 of an inch. And you can't shrink the glass, you can't grow the glass, so everything has to be customized as per the existing opening.
Jerome Aluminum is a third-generation glass fabrication company that handles everything from the measurements to the installation.
Jerome started in 1961. My father started the company. He ran it for about 20 years. I took the company over when I was 23 years old, 1981. And Jerome, has grown tremendously over the last 40 years. We primarily focus on interior glazing for hotels, condos. We've done probably the most high-profile jobs in the city in reference to interior glazing.
With project managers and glazing specialists, Jerome Aluminum can handle any glass project.
As far as shower doors go, for example, we have essentially local fabricators that we turn to. They do all the notching, the drilling, the tempering, things like that. As far as mirrors go, we stock ton of mirrors. We have automated cutting tables, polishing machines, drills, you name it. That stuff we do ourselves.
We spend a tremendous amount of time with our customers and building relationships. And it's not just a saying, it's what we believe in. Without a customer, you have no business. So it's easy to lose a customer. It's very hard to obtain a new customer. And we do everything we can to satisfy them.
Being so close with the people here and our customers and clients, the family-oriented environment, atmosphere that we try to cultivate, they can rely on us because of it. They can depend on us because of it. And we, by treating them like family and such close friends, because they are family or such close friends, we feel we owe that to them also. I would never let my sister, my mom, my dad, my cousin down if I could help it. And I treat my customers and my peers the same way.
To learn more about how to get a custom glass piece for your home or business, visit their website, jeromeglass.com. There are a lot of choices out there for HVAC equipment, especially for commercial buildings. Contractors, architects, and more need to rely on an HVAC company that has their best interests in mind.
So Denair offers engineering solutions and support to complex HVAC projects. The construction is a team sport, and being transparent with the team involved in the project is very important for us because we help each other out as well. So by helping each other, by communicating to each other, we are building one project. We're all one family that is shooting for the same goal, to be more efficient and more productive on a job site.
Commercial HVAC is a complicated process. That's why Denair is there to help.
The goal is to break down the project into detail so that it is helpful for the client to understand exactly what we do, our game plan, and it helps our team to manage the field operation properly. So our teams of engineers prepare vast variety of details, sketches, shop drawings, whether it's 2D or 3D drawings, that will make it the most presentable for them to understand how they resolve complex issue on the job sites.
So some of our customers that we're able to assist and work on projects would be commercial and residential spaces. That would include museums, theaters, retail, offices, hospitals. Those are some of the projects we're able to work on. In most cases where we have an architect and engineer on part of the team, we'll work with their recommendations. However, we do have instances where we will act as a project management team, and we will talk to the customer about what their needs are, what their budgets are, and also the timeline.
Denair puts its clients and their employees first, which is why the company has continued to grow since its inception in 2007.
When people have problems, they come to the office because we know that we'll help them as much as we can to resolve the problems. They come to the office with suggestions, how to organize the field, how to make things better, faster. It makes us a family, and that makes us different from a lot of other subcontractors.
The clients say they deserve the best. We want them to have the best product. In order for us to provide that, we have to listen to them, we have to understand what their needs are.
And the result of the project is to make sure that equipment is operational. Therefore, our mission is to deliver fully functioned heating, ventilation, and air conditioning to the end user. In the last 5 years, we have proven that we are able to stand behind our product.
To learn more about Denair, visit their website, denairhvac.com, or watch this segment again at InsideTheBlueprint.com. Textiles have come a long way. The textile industry is continuously changing and improving. Today, we're visiting a family-owned company who's gone above and beyond in developing fabrics.
So Swavelle started in the mid-'60s, actually, first selling drapery products. And since then, we have been a family company, family first. 2 years ago, we bought Belladura, and we bought it for many reasons, but primarily is to have a made in the USA story, domestic manufacturing, and then also to enter the performance fabric marketplace. Having a made in the USA story gives us control over delivery, lead times, and primarily service.
The performance capabilities are inherent due to the use of proprietary yarn.
Designing and weaving with the proprietary yarn has a number of benefits. One being the peace of mind that I have knowing whatever specs I need to meet for a particular project, the fabric and yarn itself is going to be able to meet those performance standards. Another benefit of working with a proprietary yarn that is solution-based is we can take that solution and create, whatever types of yarns we feel like we need to weave with that are all going to share the same performance characteristics.
The fascinating discoveries they're making in the textile world and the award-winning Belladura Fabrics breakthroughs are leading the way.
Belladura is a solution-dyed product where all the yarns are not only dyed topically, but it's actually dyed from the core of it. So it retains all its color, it's UV resistant. Belladura is an inert fiber where all the chemicals and all the water and moisture does not penetrate, so it makes it a microbe-resistant fiber.
So most of our fabric is used for upholstery, cushions, and pillows. It can be used indoors, outdoors, office furniture, auditorium seating, healthcare, and the cruise industry as well.
What we love about Belladura Fabrics is that it meets our goals here at Momentum. We love to offer products to our customers that are both performance-driven and have a sustainability story.
With all of these performance attributes, it's no wonder that Belladura is the only made-in-America brand that's IMO and MED certified.
IMO MED stands for the International Maritime Organization, which is really the marine industry benchmark for safe, durable, and safe fabrics to be used on cruise ships, boats, yachts. The U.S. Coast Guard also uses the same benchmark, and our product is fully compliant.
The limitless amount of colors and designs of Belladura dispels the myth that earth-friendly and high-performance fabrics have to be drab.
Our Belladura collections are typically anywhere between 25 and 60 patterns. We want to come out with product that's timely for right now, but we also want to be forward-looking. We think of ourselves as design leaders. We're also always working directly with our customers to collaborate with them to bring their ideas to life and create product that represents their brand.
Sustainability is an important issue, and Belladura found a way to be fully recyclable in an industry that's known for creating a lot of waste.
Belladura is not only a beautiful fabric, but it is made in a very smart and good way, which is good for the environment. It has a limited carbon footprint, and it's produced in a circular economy to make sure we're not putting anything back into the landfill. Belladura is LEED certified silver, which is recognized globally and the United States Green Building Council for one of the most efficient and environmentally friendly operations.
To find out more about Belladura, visit bella-dura.com. And of course, visit us at insidetheblueprint.com. Drone technology has changed the way many industries do business. But the technology is still emerging, and the possibilities to leverage how drone tech will be used in the future are sky high. The industry leaders at Quiet Professionals are providing turnkey solutions, superior skills, and proven performance.
Drones are known as SUAS, Small Unmanned Aerial Systems. Some people call them unmanned aerial systems. They're also known as UAVs, or unmanned aerial vehicles. So the names can be switched around and synonymous. Drones can be looked at as good, and they can be looked at as bad. There are pros and cons to drones in the community. Both sides have relevant issues that they discuss. What we would look at, a drone that's used for things like finding a lost hiker in the woods is a great thing with a standoff camera with a high definition lens that can look from miles away and we can find lost hikers.
Another really useful application for these drones is for recovering from natural disaster. Things like hurricanes, tornadoes, or even earthquakes, infrastructure can be damaged or destroyed, and finding a safe evacuation route for civilians is extremely useful. We can throw a drone up in a matter of hours and have a 3D rendered map showing people a safe route of evacuation.
Quiet Professionals serves a variety of industries, including the Department of Defense, information technology, intelligence services, construction, and real estate. But that's just the beginning, and it all began with an idea.
I joined the Army in the late 80s, went into the conventional military. So I tried out and got accepted for the Special Forces and became a Green Beret. In doing so, I got to work with new technologies and advancements in technologies that most people don't get to see or use. That was terrific, but I still felt like there was something more that I needed to do. There was more out there.
That something more became Quiet Professionals. Geospatial mapping is also a big part of what they do. This important technology offers support to our servicemen and women around the world and helps the construction industry keep track of their projects.
So there's really two different types of geospatial mapping that we deal with. There's 3D orthomosaic mapping, and there's LiDAR mapping, which is a little bit more accurate. More commonly is the 3D orthomosaic renderings, and basically that's going to be a drone carrying out a mission, typically flying in a grid format, sometimes in orbit around a point of interest. So rather than sending a helicopter in the air to collect this image data or other information and emitting carbon, you're actually sending an electric drone in the air, which is going to take a fraction of the time. It's all a lot smaller, a lot lighter, a lot quicker, and a lot more effective.
And Quiet Professionals pilot training program is led by a team of senior pilots in Tampa, Florida.
So the senior pilots that we have started the program for us over 3.5 years ago. They're both academically and self-taught.
Our pilots and technicians are able to build and modify SUAS platforms or drones to better fit customers' needs. Whether that's getting your company certified, Part 107 certified, getting your pilots up to speed on the technical aspects of drones, everything from technical building and flying, all the way to consulting on Part 107 and all the FAA waivers that come along with that. Some of the drones that we operate would be comparable to a Formula One car. These things are very high performance. They're very sensitive when it comes to throttle inputs. In some cases, they are more optimal for meeting customers' needs. For example, getting intelligence or ISR on a target downrange. Without this license, you can only use SUAS or drones for hobby use.
They've driven themselves to become the best pilots, research and development experts, and innovators that we have here in the company.
Research and development has got to be my favorite part of the job. It's definitely the most rewarding. Taking ideas and concepts that nobody has ever done before, or even just improving upon things that other people have tried, is absolutely exhilarating.
So, what does the future hold for drone technology?
We'll be able to use drones for things that we've never thought of before. Flying taxis. They'll be safer soon to fly in an automated drone and an unmanned drone as opposed to driving in your own car.
So just as phones, cars, watches, and other technology has become smarter, I see drones doing the same thing.
I have absolutely no doubt that by 2030, everybody will have some kind of drone technology in the home or in the workplace.
And on top of that, I hope that Florida, and specifically Tampa, becomes that tech and innovative hub for all the other cities around the world to mirror after.
For more information about how Quiet Professionals' products and technology can work for you, visit their website at quietprofessionalsllc.com, and of course, visit our website at insidetheblueprint.com. For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, or to become part of Inside the Blueprint, visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com.